சாதாரண கிராமத்துக்குள்ள இருந்து
To a person who was raised in an ordinary village, something that could not be gained from schools, colleges, or books has been received through meditation. This meditation is not merely about expelling waste from the body, nor is it just about living with family as husband, wife, children, and relatives. Within the body itself, the truth of who you are has been concealed. Every individual has pierced through an address and is living without a real one, an imagined, ready-made address. There is an address for a house, an address for a ration card, an address for an Aadhaar card. All these IDs have addresses. But this address is not your original one. You do not know what your true address is, you do not know who you truly are, you do not know your complete address. It has been hidden in your body. One who has become a yogi, based on the research he did through his penance with the Almighty, says this. What I am saying for this nation and for this world is that as an individual I have attained freedom, I have realized who I am. Why was I born in this place? Why was I born to these particular parents? Why was I born in this period? Why was I born into this religion? Using the strength of his penance, he comes to know the hidden secrets that lie concealed within him. It is only by keeping this body, and through the divinity that exists within this body, that he can do this. No other magic can be performed through meditation. In meditation, sitting in one place for many long years and performing penance, only then do yogis speak through songs or in any other forms of note about the planets, the weekdays, the hours, the seasons, the stars, the moon, the sun, and all other processes. In my experience and meditation, the reason it is all shown to me precisely is that, in various parts and places of the body, there exists something called concealment. This is what, in Vadalur, they call layers. Those layers must be lifted. When one layer is lifted and the layer of concealment is removed, what happens to the seeker is that this knowledge no longer needs to be learned through study, it awakens within. When he enters a sacred space, the entire frequency and inner functioning of that temple reveal themselves to him directly. All those are revealed from within himself, everything becomes clearly known to him. It's not something he needs to discuss. Since he knows it completely, what arises in him is not just happiness, not just amazement, not just bliss. In that very moment, the true realization arises, I have come to know who I am, this very act itself is enough. He didn't think his great achievement was that he had done something to help this nation or its people. Rather, he realized, my father died without knowing who he was, my grandfather died without knowing who he was, my grandmother too passed away without knowing who she was. But I have come to know who I am, and I have also understood how this life within me will one day depart, whether it will go as that, the self, or as me, the individual. So, what he does is that he continues his journey very casually, with ease and simplicity. The great ones have said, if you get the chance, while living in your town or city, do a little exploration about this meditation. When you have time, look into it a bit, take a few things from it. Within this are certain secrets of the world, secrets that are not written in any book. This could not be known to our parents, nor by boarding any airplane or traveling to any country. By sitting where you are, practicing a certain process for many days makes you know your own secret only through your body. That is why this form of meditation was given. When an individual comes to know his own self, is it good or bad? To live this life in the awareness of its essential nature, is that a righteous act or an unrighteous one? How is it that you come to know about Mars, by inquiring from those who have researched it, or through your own realization? How do you want to know the history of a temple, by studying its inscriptions, or by entering the temple through the inward realization gained in meditation? For how many more days will we continue standing in queues for getting the prasad in temples, absorbed in this inherited tradition, identifying this tree and that, calling the trees by different names, remaining content with the tales narrated by others? When will you, through your own inner awakening, investigate that state of completeness? When will you discern it, realize it, and merge with it? Humanity must evolve toward that realization, mankind must be molded in alignment with that purpose. This, indeed, is what our own experience should impart and exemplify. Whether it be the Bible, the Quran, or the Gita, their work has already been accomplished, their purpose has been realized. You contribute only the essence of your own experience. The truth expressed through that experience is that each individual must realize it through their own direct experience. Know for yourself what your soul is, what your action truly is. After years of suffering since your birth, there will come a day, a single profound experience, when that supreme realization dawns upon you. Grasp it to the fullest. Across ages, from the ancestors to the forefathers, all have bequeathed wealth and property for worldly pursuits, but which family has left the legacy of wisdom? In life, learn at least one deed, a noble one. While you still exist, while life yet resides within this body, seek and attain that truth. Do not engage in action with the intent of gain. Do not perform your actions in the name of any religion or in the name of God. One who has truly sought the truth will never speak casually about God. Even the sages and yogis who have realized the truth tremble to utter his name. The true seer is struck mute. By contrast, the unseeing man talks incessantly, endlessly invoking Rama, Krishna, Shiva. He finds faults because he has only seen a little, but do you know what happens if he truly sees? Do you know what happens when one beholds the light? He who cannot see it, who knows nothing of it, who has never sought it, he merely speaks whatever comes to his mouth, saying all sorts of things, existing in some random form of action. All this must be transformed. From the depths of my own experience, I tell you this, your life should never be in the hands of others. If penance had not found its place in my life, I would have been tormented and scattered like a helpless creature.